the show's going on, and and I look out the front door, and there's a couple cop cars show up, and then another one, and then the door opens, and about 4 or 5 cops come walking in. Well, I turned to Billy, who's a black guy, and I said, "Dude, I think your ride is here." And everybody laughs, and the cops come up to our table, and they look right at me, and they said, "Can we speak to you for a minute?" And I'm like, "Me?" And they said, "Yeah, do you mind stepping outside?" And I'm like, "Okay." And there's this Indian guy like going, "That's him, that's him, him, that's him," pointing at me. And at the time, I had bleached blonde hair. I had bleached my hair blonde at the time, and was dressed really punk rock.
Yeah.
So like, "That's him, that's him." So I step outside, and the cop says, "Where were you about a week ago, right around this time?" And I was like, "I don't know, I probably had a gig." Because at the time I was starting to work on the road a lot. I probably had a gig. Well, it turned out I did have a gig. It turns out that this guy owned the bodega fruit place that was next to the comic strip. And a week before That's Heme found me, a guy had gone in and tried to rob the place and sucker punched the guy and ran away. And he thought I was the guy that did it,
And you got
because I
blasted
had
by
bleached
Deep.
blonde hair and dressed punk rock, because I looked so much like everybody else, which was ridiculous. So they cuffed me and took me down to the precinct. But as the cop is putting the cuffs on me, he said, "I'm not going to make these really tight. Just be cool." I'm like, "Yeah, I have no idea what's going on."
Wow.
This guy didn't do anything. So they released me, and I had to go to court like 3 times.